story, because I know a lot of you guys are in various levels of the journey. For this guy, he's done very well. So it starts off, he says, hello SSM. I've enjoyed the videos you share, and I never imagined that I'd be sharing my own story. But here I am. Even if this doesn't make it to video, I thought the information would be useful to you so you can keep educating other guys. My story went down a little more than a month ago, and all the women in my life seem to think I'm a complete a-hole. And maybe I am, but I don't see it that way. Well, let's be honest here. If women think you're an a-hole, then guess what? You're doing something right. I'll try to keep this short, but as an interesting experience, but it was an interesting experience. I guess the main thing I learned was that women can't handle the truth. Dude, you have no idea. Well, you do know now, but you know now after your little experience. I think the best place to start is with my own dating history to explain why I think the way I do and how I got to this place in my life. Right now I'm 28 years old and I have a good career that I work very hard at. Without going into too much detail, I have a comfortable life and it's only getting better. Good for you. Your life keeps getting better because you're on your grind, you're making things happen for you. Things just don't happen out of nowhere, but a lot of people expect things to happen out of nowhere to make their lives better. You gotta work at it, guys. He says, I've had 6 girlfriends from the time I was 16 until now. I've never been this sleep around type of guy. All my relationships were at least a year long, but one was 2.5 years. Now it brings me no pride to admit that early in my life I was a complete blue-pilled simp. In part due to my nature and in part because of the values that I was raised with. The man is the protector and the provider for his family. My dad did the same way, and as much as it pains me to admit, he still is a simp. Still, he's my dad, and I love him even if he doesn't love himself. Thankfully, my uncle, my dad's older brother, seems to have inherited the only spine in the family, and it was his advice that he gave me after breaking up with my 5th girlfriend. All of them cheated on me, and I'm ashamed to admit that I did everything wrong. I begged, I played the make-me dance, and I blame myself. It would take a lot longer than I care to write to go into details of my failed relationships, and what I look at after it happening to me 5 times in a row, that there must have been something wrong with me. Yes, and that shows you're growing, man. A lot of people go through life making the same mistakes, and they'll always say it's somebody else. That, the last person they ever want to think if we've been causing the problem is them. But you set yourself apart from most people by realizing, you know what, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong that's causing the problem to begin with. Good for you. And about your dad, get in line. There's plenty of guys who grew up with fathers that were clueless and weak and let women take advantage of them. Your dad, obviously, I want you to love and respect your dad, but when it comes to advice about women, never take it from your dad because he's obviously clueless. The last girl that cheated on me was the one I'd been with for 2.5 years. I thought we had a good relationship going, but I found out from a mutual friend that she'd been cheating on me for most of the time we were together. I never saw it, and that one broke me. That sucks, man. Guys, you go through enough of that in life, you never go back the same way you once were. You go through enough hardship, whatever that might be, and you're changed forever. And this guy here, one relationship after the other being cheated on, and then finally after this one, that was it. He is never going to be the same again. He was reborn hard. Reborn with RP knowledge. And you were going to see here at the end of this story, he demonstrates that quite well. Thank God he had that uncle that gave him the good knowledge. I remember going to talk to my dad after that breakup, and his advice was I need to try harder to make my girlfriends feel important and happy. Smack to your dad. No, Dad, that's not what you do. That's what you kept doing every time with every girlfriend, and they kept cheating on you and taking advantage of you, okay? So why keep doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that things will be different? That's the definition of insanity, okay? I had done everything in my power to make them consider my world. I know that was a mistake now, but at the time I trusted my dad's advice. Something about what he said didn't sit well with me. If what I was doing for her wasn't enough, there was simply no way to make a woman happy. Well, newsflash, you can't ever make them happy. I gave up everything and put her so high on the pedestal that when she broke me, the ball was pretty far when I hit the bottom. There you go. I respect that you can admit that this is how you work. Some guys try to, skirt around that, if you will. Try to make it like, I did this, I did that, but you're openly admitting, yeah, you screwed up, and good for you. That's how you grow. Looking at where you're going wrong and fixing it and correcting it. Now, I've never been very insecure, and I know my